What up, party people?
Hello.
How are
How
you, Miss
is
Zoe?
everyone tonight? Oh, I'm great. How's everyone else and you as well? I hope they're all ready in the chat.
Oh, I hope so too. I hope so too. Got a
We have a
treat.
good guest.
We got
Yes.
a treat. Like Halloween. Oh, I
So
can't
do we
wait.
want to say hello to a few people and then get right into her quickly?
Of course, because
All
we
right.
want to make
Um,
sure that they're acknowledged. Let's get it.
that's right. Let's do that. First in tonight, John Larson, and then Brooks here, Meow, Skull Aquatics, Larry D, new local Austin. Welcome. And Terry Tropicals, I don't know if I said that already. Degenerate Fish Keeper, and I think we've caught up for now. You want to address the replay, right?
Yes, ma'am, I sure do. For those who are watching this replay, thank you so much. We do have a treat, so please do stay tuned. Excuse me, I can't speak today either. I don't know what's going on. It's crazy. I was having some issues backstage, so I'm just like going over from backstage. But for those who
Oh
are watching
boy.
this, I do appreciate that as always. And if you are wondering what happened last weekend, because I was not, or last week because I was not able to live stream, hang out, and we will explain that as well on the back end. So as always, for those in the chat, what up, y'all? I appreciate it so much. What's up, Pierre? I see you, bud. I
Yeah,
appreciate you as always, Geek Boy. What's up? What's up? What's up? So, Miss Joe,
like the
you think they're ready for this guest?
Oh, I think so. And I
And
mean,
honestly,
most of them probably already know her. They love her.
that's what I said. That's what I said. Do
Absolutely.
you want to do the honors, Miss Joe? Go ahead and do the
Well,
honors, Miss Joe.
okay. Well, I would love to introduce somebody that I've gotten to know through occasional live streams here and there. We spent a lot of time with her up on Catfish Terry's Tuesday night panel streams. She has her own show that's doing very well, and and has her co-host as well, Mary Page. And so we're just going to jump right into it. We're going to introduce Roxanne of Foxie's Fishes, and everybody, hello, and smash the
Hello,
like button.
everyone.
Right out the gate. Nice.
Nice.
Uh,
Hello, everyone. How are you guys?
Macarena.
we're great. How are you?
Doing
I want to see.
good. Doing good.
He's always talking about the macarena. Let's see it.
Huh? Oh, Rob's not doing the Macarena, okay? Only at weddings. Only at weddings.
At weddings.
Only at weddings, because then that's when you get a good laugh.
Well,
Mhm.
that's true. That's true. So Roxanne,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna come right out of the gate with
Ooh,
you. You
she's
had a
firing
recent.
out the gate.
You
I
had
like
a
it.
recent move. You're in a new state.
Oh.
Can you tell us about it?
Oh.
I about a month ago I moved from Pennsylvania to Wisconsin,
Wisconsin.
and yes, and I'm still settling in a little bit, but loving it so far. The only difference really is it's more hilly than mountainy. That's about it. Otherwise, it's almost the
Really?
same state.
Wow.
Yeah.
So very similar
Huh.
climate.
Huh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Why sudden the move? Why sudden
Ooh.
all of a sudden of the move, ma'am, if I may
What,
ask?
what was
Or
that reason you said you
is
moved?
Um, because I moved in with Peplin.
Oh,
Woo-hoo! Awesome. No, that's really cool. You know, there's been a love connection in the fish fam.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually the Fish Fam has brought a bunch of people together. If
That's
you
awesome.
know a
I
thing or
know,
two.
I know. Yeah, but it's neat. It's a
Hmm.
neat thing, and
I like
that
that.
way to get to know someone. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Um, what do you have, Rob? Do you have a question? We can
oh well,
trade off.
first,
We can go back and forth on questions.
first off, I want to address those that are brand new here. Welcome. If this is not the first time, welcome back. But as always, appreciate it. And if y'all have not seen them, check them out. First question. First question. Hmm. So you've been doing YouTube for about 10 months, right?
Roughly. Hmm.
Okay. Okay. In the last 10 months, you've been doing a lot. You've been doing shorts, you've been doing videos, you've been doing live streams. You've been
Mm-hmm.
growing pretty good, pretty rapidly. I like it. I like the climb of the because I actually looked it all up. I was like, man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. So,
Thank you.
uh, what is your favorite out of those three? Live streaming, shorts, or as always, the videos?
Well, there's aspects of all three that I love, but I really am into the editing parts. Like, I
Mm,
just got on here to have fun and share my fish tanks and the little experiments I might be doing, but I've really fallen in love with editing, and I enjoy making these silliest videos or songs or animations of the snails. So I'm really enjoying that. And I love the live streaming because you get to learn more about people. You get connection, especially with the human malware this past year, and you were all trapped inside. What better resource of social interaction than this? And it's helped me greatly with my social anxiety, and I've just really enjoyed almost every aspect of it.
Nice. That's a great answer.
that is.
Um, I have a question. So I know you've bred a lot of fish. I know at one point you were
Mhm.
breeding CPDs, um, but
Still
you have
am.
you still are okay.
Yeah.
But you're really big into the snails. How did that come to be?
Oh,
I
oh,
oh, she stole your
oh.
I guess
question.
so. We do not compare notes. We just,
I honestly, okay, before fish tanks, I did terrariums and ecospheres and such. And there was this one time I collected substrate and water from where I learned to fish for an ecosphere. And I took it home. And besides it just having the microorganisms in it, it also had pond snails in it. And I thought they were so fascinating that I actually like bred them and I put them in my tanks because I thought they were so cool. And
yep.
then like I just started looking into snails more, and then I ordered some plants and got some ram's horns, and I thought those were really cool because they look like I had the blue leopard ones. So it
Mhm.
looked like the plants were covered in blueberries when I would feed. Like I thought that was really cute. And then I found mystery snails at the store, and I bought
Mhm.
the Golden Girls, my first four,
Right.
and I just fell in love with mystery snails, and it just grew from there. And I have all but two colors now, so I have six variations, and
Mhm.
I just had two clutches hatch, so I'm so excited. And I also just got into wizard snails too, white wizard snails, which are live birthers, and they're doing
There.
awesome too. So the snail empire is expanding, darlings.
That's awesome. So are the white wizards? Are they trapdoor snails?
Yes, they're a form of
I've had.
trapdoor snail.
Okay, I've had those before. Yep, they are
Yes,
really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
they're burrowing
Uh,
snails that give live birth. They're really
Yep,
cool.
they are cool because they come out with these little. Um, they're so pointy. They come
Yeah,
out. They've got that little swirled pointy shell. It
they
is
really
cute.
are. Hmm.
Yep. Yep. Really cute. All right, Rod, you're up.
well, Miss Joey, since you got you look great
Okay.
question and great answer to the both of you ladies. But mine was when did the snail nerd come out of you when you started getting snails? Like that was my question. So shout out to the snail nerds out there. Salute
Yeah.
always, snail nerds. But that was a great question. Well, and then number four, since I just found out backstage that you moved in with Peplin, this fourth one is just like nah. I mean, but Wisconsin may have the question that I have, but I'm gonna read the question like I had it on the paper without knowing that you moved in to a different situation. So living in PA, Wisconsin now. you have a lot of foliage. I seen that video of you driving around and stuff of that nature. Did you take, advantage of the situation that you had like a lot of leaves and botanicals around you? Did you take the advantage of that to be able to like
Yes,
make a dark water tank and stuff of that nature?
I actually did. I would collect oak leaves and acorn caps, and I would season them, and I'd use them in my tanks for tannins, and they worked out really well.
Nice.
But in Wisconsin, we have a lot of alder trees here, so we can collect alder cones naturally. So that's what we use here.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Really?
Yes.
Get to work, boo.
Do you have a lot of blackwater tanks?
Ooh, good question.
Not currently, no.
No.
You need one.
What do you keep in your blackwater tanks?
Well, I was keeping a betta in my blackwater tank back home. Here, I don't think there is currently any blackwater tanks set up. Not currently. Unless you count the turtle pond, that's naturally.
It's always blackwater, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So what made you want to start doing, a live stream and having guests on your live stream?
Well, someone very near and dear and very big in the fish fam, Aquarium Cop, bugged Mary, Paige, and I for months and months and months and months and months and months and months to do our own live stream so he can be a guest and harass us all the time. And he would like send us, I don't know, like an email once a week just asking us to do it. And it was never it never lined up.
Yeah.
So in honor of Cop, we
Okay.
started our live stream
Very
in memoriam of him.
Awesome. Shout out to Cop. Shout out to Cop.
Yes.
And so what made you decide to do it in the same format as Rob, where you kind of have a guest versus just the two of you up there, because you kind of lean towards having a guest? What was your
Because
reason?
I want to learn about people, not just like their fish keeping, but people in general. Why do they fish keep? What makes them tick? What makes them stay in the hobby? What exactly are they passionate about in the hobby? And like, it's not just learning more about the knowledge that they may have on the species that they've dealt with, but it's also like learning more about the human condition, about people who have been through some really hard times, because a lot of the fish fam have been through a lot of hard times. I'm here because I'm still learning to walk again after breaking my neck, after having surgery. And if it wasn't for this fantastic group of people in the fish fam, I'd probably be in the loony bin. I'd be nuts. You guys helped me find like a sense of community, a sense of family, and in that way, it's therapeutic and it's peaceful, and we kind of help each other in that. So that's another big part of why I like
That's
this thing we do.
That's an amazing answer.
Nice.
So it's very nice, yeah, because I think you're right. A lot of people, for one reason or another, use the hobby as a personal therapy.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that I find you can do inside during all weather. It's not like
Yes.
you can only do your hobby when the sun's shining or whatever. So I think that's how I feel that it brings more people in and keeps us together,
It definitely does. And for those who are like can't really get outside and enjoy nature, you can bring nature in to still be able to enjoy.
Absolutely. You got a question, Rob?
Well, first off, I want to say, what's up, Biggs? That's the live stream king right there. For those who don't know, go way back. What's up, Biggs? I always gotta address you. I gotta make sure I gotta pay my respect to you. So, what's up, Mike?
There's a lot of people that have come in since we've been talking. And
I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to as well. So it's kind of rough. All right. So 10 months ago, I'm always going off of dates. I don't know. I feel like I'm in social studies up in this
This is
thing.
10 months ago.
I know, right? Like,
What were you doing 10
Let's
months
track
ago,
back
Rob?
the timeline.
well, it helps your brain, I think. I think honestly, if you keep doing stuff like that, you keep posting notes and stuff around, it keeps your brain young, it keeps it going, it just keeps it focused
Mhm.
and just so 10 months ago, you posted a video of a shame tank. Now, mind you, I can't grow a single thing but algae. And you over here talking about, oh, this is the shame take. I'm like, all right, what you talking about? This is a shame take. This is planted looking good, fish looking healthy, and just spawning around. I'm like, what is she talking about? She's like, oh, there's a little algae. What? So explain to me what us true fish keepers see in our mind
Mhm.
as a shame tank that looks that dang good, mind you.
For me, it was a shame tank. Let me tell you, in person was a whole nother rat's nest compared to what the video showed. Because the video
Whatever.
did not show the intensity of how thick that algae was in there.
I
And
don't
it looked
accept
so much
it.
better after I cleaned it up because it didn't just look like a blob anymore. There's actually, moss under there, and it had little filigrees, and it was pretty again, and it needed a cleanup and a trim. But the OCD in me was like, no, that's disgusting. It's
Oh.
shame. But that tank, oh, whatever fish I put in that tank, always babies, always left me babies. So that tank was magic for the magic fry shame tank.
Great for
Why does
breeding
all fish
fish.
keepers that have OCD get into it and go, oh, I got OCD, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, like that. That's because I'm the same way. I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen, and I know it is, but I can't,
Mhm.
I can't do nothing about it really. I just gotta let it work itself out. So yeah, great
This
question,
hobby
great answer.
definitely teaches you patience.
There you go, there you go, there you go. Great.
True.
Go ahead,
Enough.
Miss Joey, please and thank you.
So now I'm going to be real nosy. So we
Oh
Oh.
know.
no.
Now I'm getting
Oh.
real nosy. So I mean, obviously you have your new love connection, and
Hmm.
do you guys have any future plans? Anything coming up that you're willing to share with us? Any projects? Anything exciting that you guys are looking forward to doing together?
Well, we do currently have a couple breeding projects that we're breeding some of our fish, the CPDs, and a couple of the fish that you guys don't know about yet. But
Ooh.
there are some really, really big plans in the works for the future that I cannot tell you about.
Okay, because you
But
want it to be a surprise. Okay.
no, it's being kept under wraps.
Okay. All right. So she can't share. All right. So
Off
we will
the
just
chart.
that at some point.
Oh, I did that, Canistio. I flooded a tank on a carpeted
Oh, no,
rental,
you
and I had to
did.
replace the floor. Yes, I did.
Mega party foul. Mega party foul.
I've done
Oh
that.
my God, it was a 55, and I put at least 150 gallons on the floor.
I didn't do that much. I probably only put 10 on the floor. I caught it, but it was still
Goodness.
enough.
Goodness. What's up? What's up?
Yes. Hi,
Showing the
Mary.
love. I appreciate it so much, Miss Mary.
Yep.
I love Mary so
And
much, I call her mom.
I know. I know you do. You've done
Post
that for a long time since I've
Hmm.
known you. Yeah.
that.
So, all right. I'm kind of at the end of my formal questions. She's answered
Oh,
so quickly
those
and
were
so
formal?
concise. So concise. It's like I I just jotted down, because usually you just don't know. It's like it can go on forever. So,
Hmm.
what do you have more questions, Rob?
Those were
I'll think
normal?
of something.
That's a
I'll think.
question. Those were normal?
What
Those were
was that?
pretty chunky. Those were pretty good. I like them. You said those were just those. Okay,
I
okay,
just
okay.
came up with them out of my head.
Huh. Well, I need to stop writing my stuff down then, because this is making me a little a little. Okay. Well, since you said you have a love and passion for the snails,
Hmm.
what is your holy grail? What is that one snail that you finally have been like, okay, I'm complete. I'm kind of like, all right, I'm done. I'm out of it. I'm done getting snails.
There, there is no one snail. There needs to be all the snails. I won't be happy till I have them all.
Spoken true words of a fish keeper with MTS.
One time I had some, bladder snails, and they had like blue feet. They were pretty
Hmm.
impressive for a little pond snail, you know.
Hmm.
Um, I thought they were kind of cute, but nobody likes them. You know what I mean? I keep them,
To
but
each
most
their own.
people.
Like I think the pond snails are cute. The bladder snails are cute. The ram's horns are cute. Mysteries are cute. They're all cute.
They're all
The
cute.
Did
spixie
she say the bladder
saltwater
snail?
snails.
She's too cheery for the bladder snails because they are not the cutest things. I mean, they
I
They
don't.
can
are.
be.
I
They
don't
are
mind
They're
them.
though.
little. Only
I
when
was
they're
like,
little, little.
No, they're
okay,
adorable. If you look closely, their shells will be swirled or spotted, or their feet will be different colors, and they have the tiniest, tiniest little mouths.
like I said, mine were blue. You know. Okay.
Oh
Do you
my
keep
goodness.
any land snails?
I
Is that what
don't
you
keep
call?
any land snails. I don't think Brian would allow me to keep any plant snails. But no, I don't. But if I could, and if they were not illegal, the giant African land snail all day long. That thing is as big as a cat. I need one.
You brought
They're
a snail like this
adorable.
on your hand, ma'am.
Yes,
What?
yes, yes. And maybe as a hat, I'll call it Gary. Maybe I can teach it to meow.
I love it.
Love it.
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Rob's done.
Rob's out. Knock him out.
Macarena.
Oh, if you're gonna do the Macarena, you do it on the screen. I don't want to be off screen.
I told you, only at weddings. Only at weddings.
So we definitely want to see that. I'm trying to think. I mean, near ice snails. Do you keep near ice snails?
I used to, but I am not the biggest fan of nearite snails.
Really? Why don't you like them?
I feel like I'm letting them down. Because they bedazzle everything.
Oh, they do.
Everything.
Yeah, they do. You're right.
And it's so hard to get
That's the
it off,
problem.
like the driftwood. It's very hard to get everything, like all the eggs off, even if like I've boiled the wood and they still stick on there forever. So I think if I do try the nearites again, I'll do the 3-horned miniature ones because I know they only lay like a few eggs a day, so that should be a lot easier upkeep than the ones that literally 100, 200 in a row. That's too much. I can't handle that.
There's
You
like a
are
race
right.
car track through your
I
teeth.
Yeah.
mean, you try to clean them on your glass when you're making videos, but I'll look at my footage sometimes and I'm like, oh, I missed those. But the footage is good, so you keep those. But it'll have
Well,
little near
Well, I
ice
look
snails.
in the tank in the morning and it just remind me of the jean jackets in the 90s in elementary school. Everything was bedazzled and painted. And I'm like, no, snails, no. That's my fish tank.
That is funny, but it is true. But they are great algae eaters. I'll give them that. You
Yeah,
know,
they keep the tank
it's
pretty clean,
it's a
but
trade.
it's not one I'm willing to make.
Okay, so no near ice snails. I'm trying to
No.
think what other kind of snails there are.
Cappuccino snails. So
But
there
what
you go.
about you like the Malaysian?
Adorable. MTS aren't too bad.
I have
I don't
hundreds
have
of them.
any. I don't have any
Oh,
that I'm aware
they're
of. I
kind of
don't
like
have any.
they're kind of like rats. I think if you see one, you got 100.
I had them in my ecospheres, but I never had them in my fish tanks.
Really? Because I feel
Mhm.
like they come in on the live plants as well.
I've
That's how
only
I
got ram's horns from the live plants. I've never had any other, and pond snails. That's it.
Huh,
I've been lucky to avoid MTS in my tank so far.
Yeah, I ended up with trumpet snails from live plants. So I don't mind them, but they do take over.
Mhm.
And I think
They
if you
do.
look down, if you took a close look, the whole substrate's moving. It's all
Oh,
snail.
undulating substrate.
Throw the takeaway. Throw it away. It's rotten. It's rotten. Throw it away.
Yeah. But there are some of the um, rabbit snails, and there's some different
Mhm.
ones. You're gonna
Black
collect them
devil
all.
snails, pixie snails. Yeah, there's a lot of snails.
Snails. Yeah.
Assassin snails.
I know somebody that just got some of those, I think.
1 second, ladies. I want to give a big shout out to those mods that are dropping the link, especially you, Miss Lori. Thank you so much. You're clutch. I forgot to say that earlier in the chat. Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. And I do feel like there's so many people that have come in that we haven't said hi
Sure,
to.
Maki. Is that Mark? What's that?
Marchand?
Cornwall marsupial snails.
Whoa, Marcion. Do you
I
have
think
those?
he's making fun of the fact that I called the cappuccino snails. I mean, they're spiked snails. I mean, they're just a off branch of them. I'm sorry. I know they always. Hey, and it makes me thirsty when I say cappuccinos or anything that's like food related and it's an animal. I'm like, huh.
One day we're gonna have to bring Lab up with you, Rob, so she can school you on snails.
Okay.
you
Oh,
think I'm
dang.
you think I'm snail royalty. She's the queen. She's
Oh,
the
man.
queen.
Which I missed it. Who?
Labs. Labs
Oh,
mystery
okay.
snails.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love snail sales. Yep.
Yeah, I'm good on those.
Is there I think, is it a freshwater? I have the wrong name. Is it a turbo snail? Have you heard of that?
There are turbo snails.
I thought that
I
was
don't
a
know if they're
cartoon.
freshwater though. I think they're saltwater.
I thought I saw somewhere that they were selling some that were fresh water. And at one point I was interested because they said you could put them in with your African cichlids and they wouldn't eat them. And I was like, ooh, but every time I tried to buy them, they were out. So I didn't know if you'd
I'm
ever
not
seen
sure
it.
about that. I really thought turbo snails were saltwater.
That's how
Maybe I'm
I've
thinking
always
of
seen them.
no. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if it's something maybe they, were converting or something. I don't know. I was just
Or
hoping
maybe
if
they
you'd
can transition like neorites because neorites need salt water to hatch.
Yeah, that's
Right,
true. Yeah.
right. I'm trying to think. I can't remember the website it was. It was someplace like maybe out, I want to say in Nevada, something like that. The place where I
Mm-hmm.
saw them.
Hmm.
But I've never known anybody that had them, you know. So, and like I said, they said they sold them, but they never seemed to have any for sale when I looked. So, anyway, just
Mm-hmm.
curious if you'd run across them, And I'm sure there's all kinds of ones that we don't know about.
Well, I haven't run across them in the freshwater, but I want to get into saltwater eventually, and then I'll be getting into saltwater snails as well. So maybe I'll hear about them then. But as of now, I haven't.
Maybe. So, all right. Is there anything you would like to talk about in particular that you don't get a chance to
Um,
sometimes on your channel?
That's a good one.
Because you're always interviewing
I don't think
somebody
there's
else.
I don't think there's really anything that I'd like to talk about that I don't talk about on my own show. Besides the fact that we are live tomorrow at 6 Central, Mary and I. If y'all want to tune in, we may have a guest, we may not. It's a surprise.
Okay, that's right. Okay. So, all right. Well, cool.
Hey, Miss Joey.
Yeah.
Speed round. Sorry if you have headphones. RIP to your ears. RIP to your ears. You got to be aware of this stream, y'all, because I get loud. I'm very loud. And I have a
What?
kid.
I got headphones in. What?
Oh.
You want me to ring the bell?
No,
I was about to say, Joey, ring the bell. Ring the bell, Joey. Ring the bell. So,
wake up, Roxanne. Speed round.
now she can't hear the questions because oh goodness, this is gonna be a good speed round.
All
Uh,
right. Get
all
get
right.
her.
So I don't know if you know about the speed round, but the speed round, I'm going to say two things. You got to pick the best out of the two that you feel that you're like, ah. You can give the elaboration if you want to. If not, it's okay. You ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Goldfish or betta?
Oh, off the bat,
Yep.
goldfish.
I know.
Oh, oh, I like it. I like it. Mystery snails or ram's horn snails?
Mystery.
Woo! I like it. I like it. Well, I kind of already said this one. It's kind of stupid, but live streams or videos?
Videos.
Nice. Ponds or tanks?
Thanks.
Oh,
That was
but
a
you
tough
have a
one.
beautiful pond with some goldfish, don't you?
Actually, no, it's filled with turtles this year.
Ooh, no. That
Always
was one of
change
my
up your
favorite.
game.
That was one of my favorite videos. I like
That's right.
Plecos or snails?
I'm sorry?
Plecos or snails?
Snails. I've had plecos that ate my snails, and then I got rid of the plecos. So snails.
But snails.
Wow.
Always.
Nice, nice. Well, great. Speed rounds over. That was awesome. Thank you so much. That was fun. That was fun. I like it. I like it. Great
I
answer.
get her answer.
Go ahead, Miss Joey. Go ahead.
Oh no, I even guessed some of her answers. I knew which one she was going to pick a couple times. It's like, oh,
Already, I'm sorry. I forgot y'all were best friends. You're like, I can answer these.
um, you know what we could do is if there's anybody in the chat that has a question.
Yeah, I haven't seen any. Y'all are just having over.
Okay.
Y'all having fun. Y'all acting like y'all not, trying to
But we
interact
can
with
put it
us.
out there if they
I know
want.
we're
ask
just
for a
talking to
question.
ourselves here. Like we're just having our own conversation while other 40 plus other people are talking to their other stuff. We're
I
like,
think that's usually how it goes. But anyway, they have their own conversation, But I guess it's halftime, and if there's 40 something people here, smash the like button, people. Did you hear that really well in your ear?
Yeah.
Did you get that on your ear?
Peplin's gonna be like, so how are we gonna communicate now that you can't hear because you just got off
Right.
Rob's live stream? Thanks.
Right,
I'm gonna get a message. I'm like, Rob, her ears are bleeding now.
Fishy mom, puckos. That's funny.
I actually have a couple of Fishimon's plecos, and they're doing amazingly well, Fishimon.
Nice. You gotta always hear the refreshing answer or the thought that you're like, oh man, I wonder if my fish are doing well or not, and then you hear it on a live stream or you get a text like, hey, they just bred or something like that. So yeah, it's always nice to let people know like, hey, your fish are doing well. So
and that's cool.
Yeah.
I always go with the sometimes no news is good news.
Yeah, you're right. That's good. That's cold-hearted. That's cold. That's cold.
I know, but
They're-
they usually get, if somebody is getting in touch with you, there's usually some sort of a problem right away. But if you don't hear anything, it's like, oh, that means everything's cool, So that's sort of how I go with it,
They are in the Star Sapphire Cyclic Grow tank with the babies, and they're doing great.
Oh, wow.
So I just want to let you know, Kirk, they're doing good.
So obviously, Peplin keeps a lot of fish that you weren't keeping. So
Yes.
how do you like this whole new variety? There's some favorites that you've come up with, since you've moved in and.
Oh man, I have fallen in love with Suda McGills. Love them. I can watch them all day long.
Yeah.
And the baby angels, they're so stinking cute.
Yeah.
But there's babies everywhere, like cichlids galore, and like the Suda McGills and the angels, and there's so many types of guppies, and there's 46 fish tanks here, so there's a lot of things to watch.
So, did you bring some different fish to the mix? I mean, did you
Yes,
guys?
I did.
Okay, so you brought in some things that he was not keeping. What did you add to the group?
Like well, he had his own CPDs, but I brought my CPDs and the
Good.
dwarf amber barbs from Dan's Fish that I won, and I also have the Julia Corridoras, and all
Okay.
my hundreds of lovely mystery snails.
Is he a fan of snails? Does he love snails as much as you do?
I don't know, because he complains a lot in chat that he has to polish all the snails shells every day. So I like to say he thinks they're pretty neat, because he
Yeah.
hasn't had mystery snails before. So,
Yeah.
and to Fishmob, that's awesome to hear. I'm happy they're doing well for you.
Yeah. Oh, that is cool. Um. So all right. So you brought some things in,
Mm-hmm.
and do you? So so if he had CPDs and you do, so you'll have some good outcrosses. Do you have
Yes,
some?
like he just bred his, and I just bred mine. So there's a tank of CPD B babies and CPD R babies. So
And maybe at some point they might mix. Maybe not.
I'll have to check them to see if they're up to my standard. Just kidding, don't kill me.
I think that's a great answer.
Wow.
Love you, honey.
Let me just get out my checklist and see if this is going to work for me.
They are cold blooded up here.
Favorite
They're
guppies,
cold-blooded.
Larry? Oh goodness, I don't know what they're called, but it's the top middle tank.
Oh, the middle. The ones in the middle.
Peplin has a video on his channel of them. That's all I can say. I don't know what they are, but they're cute.
And so the variety is the middle. That's how we find it in the middle.
They're so there's a bunch of different strains of guppies here, and he keeps them separated. But I don't know which ones they are.
The pretty ones. You like the pretty ones?
Ricky, yeah, Ricky. Do I have any black devil snails? No, not currently.
Great question. Great question. Great question.
Mm-hmm. What else you got, Rob?
Well, first off, Aaron's all the way up in the UK, so shout out to all those who are overseas watching this late or early morning. I always appreciate that. It's always great to reach out to people who are in different countries. It's truly amazing. So shout out to y'all for being here.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, now that I know that you and Peplin, so happen to move in, whose fish keeping habits are a little bit loose, or who has, who's the cleaner fish keeper? Who's the one that just, like lightly squeezes the cap on to the end of the, who loosely puts that on? Like, is there things that, y'all match up on, or there's things that,
We're like Lego pieces. We sync together in that area.
Overachiever.
I think
rest
so.
of us
Maybe
can't
he has some complaints. But I think we're pretty even in that area.
Okay.
That's awesome. Because
Is Peppa going to be a guest on my show sometime? I'm trying, but good Lord, probably not.
Yes,
I'd love for him to be a guest, but
he seems to be very aloof. You can't get him on camera.
I'm working on it.
Did Rob just ask who's the? No,
Yes,
I'm just saying.
yes,
Who's the who's the one that feeds a little heavier, more that makes the tanks a little bit more cloudy? You're like, oh, I gotta do a fish tank, stuff like that. Funny things that y'all have, that goes on. You're like, hey, pass me the food. You're like, dang, this food's gone already. You're like, yep. So it's just like,
well, he's the one that always makes the baby brine shrimp. So
yeah.
Stephen P says, tell us about your relationship problems. They're too early into the relationship to have any problems.
Right, there is, right. And if fish keeping's involved, there's no problems.
Yeah, we gotta let that simmer a little bit. Let things shake down before we can get some good
So
dirt.
far, so good.
They're in a honeymoon stage. Everything's great. The fish are
Oh,
great.
they're
Well,
bragging.
Jason,
They're
you may have been
bragging.
on piano with him, but you don't get to live with him. Keep
Oh,
that one.
I'm right. Uh,
Hmm.
this
oh,
life's
No,
been vicious.
yeah, I don't know. Steven
then that doesn't happen because then everything will get lost. Things always end up back where they're supposed to be.
oh my goodness.
OCD, remember OCD?
Yeah, but I have to keep up. I haven't cleaned up my mess from last night. I had a fish tank disaster, so I'm still in the
Oh
middle
yeah.
of that. So,
Oh.
So I still have things in buckets. Not it, just like plants and things in buckets.
Yeah.
Rocks and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot.
yeah. Huh.
Yeah. It that happens though when you sometimes even if you're the most OCD, most neat fish keeper ever, there's that one occasion you're like, I'm really tired and this tank is just gonna have to wait until tomorrow. I have to like keep this the way it is and then come back to it, or reset my mind and I'll think about something different. I got to come back to it. So there is those projects where you got to be messy to leave it there or something of that nature. So I don't know, like
Or or you just have to make such a mess before it gets better. Like
yeah, yeah.
in my case, because one tank was leaking, I was going to redo the whole counter and go for a bigger tank. So I ended up having to basically take 3 tanks apart to assemble the new one, and I had stuff everywhere. So yeah,
Yeah.
it gets worse before it gets better.
This is going to be an interesting video. This is going to be an interesting video.
I can't make a video on that. I can't
Yeah,
tell
that
you about
video
my
would be
failure.
long.
Although it
That,
wasn't my fault that the tank leaked, but
but I would like to see the mess.
Oh my God, it was insane. And it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was right where you were. I was just tired, and I'd been traipsing around the house, buckets here, buckets there, and I finally just got the fish taken care of. And I'm just like, all these plants and whatever can just stay in buckets. I'm done,
Mhm.
I'm done for
You're like,
tonight.
I'm just going to bed. Just leave it where it is. You don't care if there's duckweed in your hair. You're going to bed.
Right, sorry if we trip over this. The 19 buckets. But I was done. I got, like I said, the fish taken care of. That was the important thing. And then, so I'm sure we've all had those moments where the fish. Have you had a leaking tank, Roxanne? I mean, I've had a few in the past.
Oh, yes. The
Yeah.
reason I put my Blackmores in a 110-gallon stock pond is because my 55 burst in my living room. So
Oh.
I've had the whole bottom give out on me before, and that was also on carpet. So I'm like 2 for 0 for carpet.
Me too. I
I
had
don't
one
think I like
job on carpet. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It's amazing how much, you know, or how much of a mess 10 gallons can make
Yeah.
on the carpet.
Just
It's
10 gallons.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
had the same thing, the bottom drop out of a 10-gallon tank, and the water, I had my shampooer out. I feel like I was sucking up water out of that carpet for
Mm-hmm.
hours. I was walking on towels. I was just doing whatever I could.
Tiny,
Fans
tiny,
running.
tiny, huge mess.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
And
I
I
can't.
see that Rico Stan likes my eyeshadow. Thank you, Rico. It's Jeffree Star if you're interested.
That's hilarious. So I can't imagine a 55 blowing out my carpet.
Hey, Terry, that is perfect. That's why I had that shiny and smooth and healthy and strong. I don't dye my hair, I duckweed it.
I duckweeded.
Well, at least you
Wow.
used to the duckweed. I just hate the stuff. Don't you like how, no matter what you do, if you have duckweed, I swear you look and it's on the walls. It's dried
No.
up on the walls.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
Yep.
Always dried up on
I'm
the
looking
walls.
at some. I'm looking at some right now. Dried up
Nope.
on the wall. Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
And then
Mine,
that night,
mine doesn't live in my tanks at all.
oh, it
No.
lives in about
I can't.
half
I
of
can't
mine.
grow duckweed.
Sorry for you. I get that 1-inch duckweed crust in the beginning.
Well, you got goldfish. So that's a treat for them, though.
But there's certain tanks I will not put it in because if you put it in, I don't care. You never get rid of it. It
Oh,
hides.
true.
It
True.
hides in the filters. It hides in the corners. It's like there's always some. So I
when I
won't.
had my blackmores and I would trim my tanks, I call that tank salad, and clear out the duckweed. I'd give all the tank salad and duckweed to the blackmores, and they would eat it all gone, like instantaneously. And that's how I cut my population down. But now that I don't have blackmores, the mystery snails, they also eat duckweed, but they won't eat it if it's like a mat. But they'll
Right.
definitely work at it.
Yeah.
If you get it down to like a manageable level, they'll eat it all gone.
Nice.
Mine in the tanks I have it in. It's not manageable. I take a net and like scoop the top and scoop the top, and then I feel like a real fish keeper when I put it in the toilet and you flush it and it doesn't go down.
Mhm.
No, I'll do that in the winter, but I try to just
Wait,
throw it.
Rob, did Terry just make a short joke? Isn't he eye level with you?
Who,
I love
Terry?
food.
Yeah.
I don't know how tall Mr. Terry is, but that was a good joke, though.
Yeah, you can't crow.
That was a good one. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt right here. That hurt right here.
3G.
Yeah.
What?
I've
Gotta
heard
get
people
that
making
off the-
like
gotta
duckweed
get that off the
smoothies
street.
out of
No.
it.
Yeah, duckweed is definitely something that Uh-oh. Did I see Miss Patty? Oh no, we got Patty and Rich,
Hello, Patty.
and we got Terry up in here. It is a
I'm trying to
party.
figure out what Fishmob is saying. What?
Uh-oh. What happened?
You don't get it.
Oh yeah, with the tank bursting. Yeah, I would be like, I'm done. Burn.
No, I am. I've had probably in the past 6 months like 4 tanks, leak or whatever, and I'm like, I don't like
Right
it.
before the move, 2 weeks before the move, my snail nursery, my snursery tank started leaking. So I was like, no.
Did she just say
So
the
it just,
nursery?
yeah, the Snabies nursery, snail baby.
Wow.
Snabies nursery started leaking, so I had to put them in a tote, and then I just brought them in a bucket.
Wow. So, what do you do with all your snails? You just disperse them throughout your tanks?
I
You sell them?
snell them. I sell them.
Snell
Nice.
them, okay.
I smelled
Oh,
them.
you
Goodness.
snail mail them?
Yes, I snell them through the snail mail.
Snail mail. That's a new meaning to snail mail, right?
Mhm.
Well, cool. So, if somebody wanted to get snails from you, how would they go about that?
My email and my about page.
Okay. Awesome.
We currently have blues and ivories available.
Okay. I mean, you might find some people here that need some snails. Because
Well,
I don't know if it's ever that we really need anything. Do I need another goldfish? No. Do I buy them? Yeah.
Yes.
never
Yes.
hurts to have another snail. Never hurts.
That's right.
Oh yes, and I also have stickers available too.
Oh, do
You can
you?
want some stickers. You can just email me your name and your address, and I'll send you one out.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
I gotta get a sticker.
So, does see, guys obviously sell fish as well.
We do locally. We don't online yet, but we're getting there.
Okay. So locally would be Wisconsin, basically. Or
Yes.
the area. Okay.
Wisconsin.
So again, if somebody's interested, email.
Mhm.
Email for a current stock list. Is that?
Local pickup only.
For what you're selling?
Oh,
Okay.
that
For
means we gotta
fish,
visit.
but
That means we gotta
I
visit.
will ship snails.
Give
Yes,
you
anyone is welcome. And you come to visit, you can see Brian anytime. Elton said you can come here live stream, then he'll be on the live stream like Kenny. Just like Kenny, come tour.
That's hilarious. Um, I'm just joking. I'm like, so do you have porch pickup? You know, you just put the order out.
Contactless pickup, yeah, we can do that.
Don't even hit the brakes.
Do
Go,
you
go,
have a,
go.
Don't
do you
worry,
have
we'll be watching you on the camera.
do you have a drive-through window? I'd like a dozen, you know, I'd like a dozen golden girls and
Technically, we do kind of have a drive-through window if we,
really?
just yeah, we kind of
Patent
do.
it. Patent it now. Patent it.
The front porch has a sliding window. We could just use that.
You
There
better
you go.
patent it.
Just get a little intercom service. Yes, I'd like this, you know. And when can you could have numbered parking spaces. You can pay and then just pull up and park, right? And you'll bring it out to my window.
Yeah, there you go.
And yes, Ames, I could put you down on the list as the first. The White Wizards aren't ready yet, but they'll be ready in a couple of months. They're slow growers.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
Mhm. I've had both, just the the regular like greenish ones and then the white
Yeah,
ones.
the White Wizards are so cool.
They
And
are
what's
cool.
I think is awesome is that when they're born, they're black. They're jet black. But as they age, they fade and turn to white, and even the black turns to white. I
Really.
think
Yeah,
that's really
Really.
cool.
it's pretty cool. Yep.
French porch was a euphemism. Rico.
That's funny.
That is crazy.
Oh, snail jail?
I was just about to
Snail
say
jail.
what?
Yeah, when the boys get too randy, they go into their own tank.
Did she
and
say
that's snail
Randy?
jail.
Yes, she did.
Yeah. Male mysteries will actually mate a female to death. They'll actually
Yo,
cause,
what?
they'll crack their shells, they'll cause mantle prolapse, they'll actually kill a female by overbreeding them. So sometimes if they get a little too happy-go-lucky, you need to separate them and put them in male-only tank.
My goodness, I've had mystery sales and I never got that. I didn't notice any of that.
Wow.
They'll cleft their shells. Yeah, the males are. If there's too many males to not enough, like it can't be 1-to-1. It needs to be like 5 females to 1 male, and then there won't be any issues. But any less than that, the male can damage the females
So how
because the
does
males just don't stop.
how do you tell? How do you know which one is the male?
The one that's on the always on the other ones.
Oh, so
no,
it's like frogs and horseshoe crabs. Okay.
No, there is a way to tell though. Like if you pick a snail up out of the mystery snails up out of the water, and you hold them to where their operculum, their opening is facing you, and you allow them to stretch out on top of their head. On the right will be their breathing tube. On the left, there will either be a hole where their oviduct is, or there'll be their penis sheath because a mystery snail's penis is on the top of their head. So by that, you can tell which is male and which is female, and you can separate accordingly.
We're talking about snail peniles here now.
Wow. Yes, we are. We are.
I love this stream so much, y'all. I cannot believe we're going on 54 minutes.
It took us this long to get there. It took us this long to get to finally to this.
This conversation is getting
the one in the hot seat.
This conversation,
the one in the hot seat.
I mean, what about condoms? And then you can keep more of them together.
I mean, if you got that kind of time and a good set of tweezers, go at it.
I mean,
you know.
I don't know how you're looking at a snail and doing all the things you were just.
I don't have to do that because I know by the signs and symptoms which one's a boy. But for those who are new to it and don't like that, that is the way to sex them appropriately.
Okay. Awesome. I'm just gonna go like you said with the old school, the one on top. I'm just gonna rock it old school.
That's quite a title, Ricky. Thank you.
Wow. So 55 minutes in. For those who are watching this replay, I hope you truly enjoyed this. Do you have anything else to say, Miss Roxy? I'm sorry, I'm over here pointing the wrong way. Do you have anything else to say?
No, I think I traumatized your guests enough for any one evening.
No, not
But
at
I do
all.
want to
But you
say
got a
thank
wow
you.
out of
Thank
you got a wow out of Kenny. You got a wow out of Kenny in a
I just
LOL.
think it's hilarious.
I mean, thank you so much for having me up. It was awesome being up here with you guys. And I want to say thank you for the mods for all the hard work. And thank you for everyone that has spent this hour with us. I greatly appreciate you coming out and taking the time to just hang out with us. That's
Well,
about it. Love you all.
I would say it's awesome, and I think there's clearly some people that came in here to see you, Roxanne. So that's amazing as well, because they didn't want to miss out on this. I mean, you want to know
Yeah, where else are you going to learn about snail penis? I mean, come on.
on the head. I mean,
Gives a whole new name to that term, and you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, it
well,
does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. For those who are still here, appreciate you as always. We do, well, for those who do know Miss Cecilia or Anna's hobbies, she has been going through some health issues as well. A lot of people don't know. Um, so I just want y'all to keep her in good prayers and thoughts, to send it that way. She's holding strong, but just let it be known that you're supporting her as always. We are the Fish Mob or Fish Fam or whatever you are. We're a family. We're people who have the same interests and we share the same rim of comedy, the same thing of everything. So we always gotta uplift each other in a tough time, and this is what we need is right now. So I always appreciate those for doing their thing as the mods as always. And I have nothing else to say. I'm speechless after a live. I can't even end the show because I'm so speechless.
We still friends?
remember when he threatened you that about being friends? After this.
Yeah, we still
Yeah,
friends. We still friends.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We
Yeah.
definitely are still
Yeah.
friends. For
Well,
those who,
and I just have to. I gotta hit it again, guys. If you haven't yet, smash the like button.
dang it. Thank y'all so much as always. See y'all next week, and y'all enjoy yourselves. Be kind, be courteous.
Bye, Roxanne. Thank you.